I didn't realize I was muted and I lost Wi-Fi, which is nothing new, but I'm glad I realized it right away. Because if I didn't, my cell phone company is throttling me for some reason. I don't know what the heck happened, but they don't like me right now, so I have no cell data for the most part. It takes forever to load. I can barely even get GPS to load. That's one of the other concerns that I've had being down here. That started happening the night I was going to the eclipse, and they sent me a notice that I was gonna use up all my high-speed data, and I could have swore they had me on a plan that doesn't get throttled. So I'm gonna have to call them and see what's going on with that, because if it is not unlimited high speed, I am like screwed. That's bad. It should be, in fact. Wow, this storm is off to our south, but we're looking kind of northeasterly right now. And I don't know if you guys can see the problem, but nothing but trees. I must have bumped the camera one too many times. I'm gonna see if this is more favorable terrain. If it's a little more clear and stuff. Yeah, it's not. This whole highway's got trees along it. Okay, good to know. That means we should probably get moving because there's a storm off the other way. I think this is the red. I'm all turned around. I don't know my north, south, east, and west. I'm pretty sure I'm going north. Yes. Wow, this storm is really looking good. Which, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It's going to be probably visible up here. If we get a opening in one of these, or there's these trees here, we might be able to get a visual on it. I'm just trying to go home at this point. I was trying to squeeze through the line while it was kind of calm, and it was working perfectly, but now there's a severe thunderstorm warning catching up to me, and then I noticed the cell right on my booty was looking decent, so I wanted to at least see what it looked like before it crossed the road, and I wasn't able to do that. These trees literally, in this lane that I'm in, which I guess I could go over to the other lane, that might help with a little bit of visibility, are over top of the road. The trees are so tall. They're not like my like typical trees back in Minnesota. These trees down here are tall. The other thing, the road network down here, there's no like really good interstates and stuff like that, especially this corridor here along these states that border Texas and this river valley. Like speeding at 65 here, I'm only going 50. Like something, I don't know. I just have that weird feeling something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but I don't like it. Storm to our southwest might catch us. noticed the ticker is not right. Kansas City! There we go.
Continue on US 171 north for 14 miles. Your route may be affected by flash flood warning.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but your route may be affected by flash flooding. That's the problem here. That is the problem. I have to get a tire rotation bad. The front tires aren't necessarily bald, but they are definitely not the ones you want on the front right now. There's a certain level of water on the roadway that I can drive a little faster and be okay. And that's probably about where we're at right now, but then it becomes a visibility problem and I can't see. But yeah, we have a nice looking cell off to our southeast and a fairly decent cell off to our west. The cell off to the west is going to probably cause some problems for us here. So I think it's time we probably try pushing a little harder to get out of here. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Could have some small hail. Probably some really strong winds. Definitely some heavy rain. See, now there's so much water on the road, I can barely steer. I don't really like that. Got your ears on. We're so far from like service areas and stuff. Weather radio. I don't have weather radio right now, which is fine because we do still have service. It looks like. You guys should definitely all email the company Celsius, who makes these very delicious energy drinks. Let me oh, is my camera? Oh, it's not working. Man, the inside camera is not working. I think I have too many cameras going. laptop can't handle it. Oh, there we go. Haha. You guys should contact Celsius. These things keep me going on these very not fun drives in rain. It's been pretty much raining all day since yesterday. I guess we can leave the light on so you guys can see me. It's been raining this whole time since I got down here, on and off. Even the people at Planet Fitness were saying it's been raining and raining and raining, and it's gonna rain and rain and rain some more. It's raining like crazy. Keeping a close eye on that cell to our southwest. If we stopped about 5 miles back, we probably could be in a pretty good safe position to watch that storm, but as I look around, I think there's trees everywhere. So yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, there's trees. Trees. We got trees. Watch this storm off to the southwest, but I can't really find any openings on satellite farm fields and stuff. There is off some of these side roads, but after what happened in Kansas just a few days ago, I don't want that to happen again. I took a gravelly clay road today, and it was actually surprisingly fine. But I'll tell you, I wasn't happy about it. Sure, my car's got some kind of red coloring going on with it from the clay. Let's just oh, this is a U-turn lane. Of course it is. I thought it was a turn lane. Trees, more trees.
Head south on US 171 South toward Par Road 368.
At this point, we'd have to go back south to watch the good side of it, and it is about to go through a cell merger, so I wouldn't be surprised if that storm ends up looking pretty decent here shortly. rumble strip. the whole sky just illuminated off to my right to an open area of no trees, but do we have a road that can get us there? I see something coming up here on Google Maps. It is a railroad, I believe. Wow. Does look like this cell might be getting choked off by the one that's off to the east of it. Which definitely could be the case. I'll have to keep monitoring it, see what happens here on the next update. Yeah, the lightning is amazing right now. That's kind of why I wanted to live stream. I figured you guys want to see what I'm talking about and why I don't want to be down here. Every time the lightning flashes, it's pretty much like we're in a forest. It's crazy. I mean, we are. But, yeah. I knew that coming down here, too, the terrain was going to be iffy. But I wanted to give it a shot, but it's dark. And I have a feeling tomorrow it's probably going to be dark. So, yeah, I don't really want to mess around.
Head east on Metcalf Road. Continue on Metcalf Road for 3/4 of a mile.
No, it's just rain. It's that heavy. I think my vehicle does a really good job of over-exaggerating how heavy the rain is, or like the sound of it. The rain is heavy. It is coming down hard, but it sounds like a tin can. I'm gonna turn flash flood warnings off.
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Sabine Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southeastern Sabine County in eastern Texas, until 9:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:49 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles northwest of Toledo.
There is a tornado warning moving towards the area I just left. This is what I was talking about. This is why I wanted to get out of there. I'll show you guys where I was sitting. I was sitting right here. I'll draw it on both sides. That's where I was sitting. Now there's a tornado. A very good chance there's a tornado going to be moving through there shortly. Again, that blue dot is where we were sitting earlier, about probably 30 minutes to an hour ago. And now that storm that's moving through that area is tornado warned. In hindsight, I probably would have been in a perfect spot to see it, but yeah, I think that's the other problem. I don't have any backup here. If something happens, you know, like I get stuck between two downed trees on a stretch of road or power lines, whatever, storms are going to be coming through here all night long, wave after wave. I don't really want to deal with it. If something super bad happens like that, which in Dixie Alley, when you're by yourself, that's probably exactly what's going to happen. Rain is starting to get heavier here. That tornado warning is a embedded supercell moving towards the communities. Well, there's really not a whole lot of communities. It's a pretty rural area of Louisiana. It's just about across the Texas and Louisiana border. In fact, that is looking better and better. Very well could be a tornado very soon. Glad I got out of there. This cell up here as well is looking decent. There's not really any rotation on it right now. In fact, probably no rotation at all. This is our cell up by Mansfield. Might be starting to get a little more robust on the backside here. Overall, rather weak. Just gonna be heavy rain, maybe some hail now on the north side of Mansfield. If these two cells merge, that could be something to watch later on. Looks like our cell is splitting. Normally that means the left produces hail, right produces tornado if it moves right. Do you guys want full screen camera? If so, I'll change it over to the full screen. What I need to do is duplicate and then let me turn off velocity. Bam, how about that? You're not really missing much in that bottom corner. A lot of trees and stuff, but I do want to point you guys up more, but we're dealing with some reflection off the windshield and the dash and stuff. I guess, yeah, you guys, it's not a terrible view. Might have to turn the other way for the lightning now. We might just get going again because a lot of it's gonna be past us here in a second. Unless this storm goes through some kind of
Continue
craziness
on US
here.
171
Holy crap,
for 2
that was
miles.
bright. Unless this storm experiences something crazy, we should be safe to proceed. Alright. This road goes off to the north west, but we are not going that way. Once we get to Mansfield, we'll be going to the east. I'm not sure for how long, but for a little while. And actually, I want to open up Waze and see what that says for Kansas City. Directions to Kansas City. It says it's 15 minutes faster on Waze.
In 1.6 miles, turn right on Oak Street.
I haven't seen lightning like this really all year. It's nice to actually see some lightning or see something in general. Other than trees. I want to try this really quick. Wow. What can I do about the reflection? Bear with me, guys. We're gonna switch over to this mode for a second while I adjust the camera again. I'm gonna try to get you guys in a spot so you can get a nice wide view, but not get any reflection or anything really blocking the view. It might block my view a little bit, but I have all kinds of stuff that blocks my view. It's not really out of the ordinary for storm chasers to have a bunch of things in their windows.
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern McLeish Parish in northwestern Louisiana, central Sabine Parish in northwestern Louisiana, northeastern Sabine County in eastern Texas, until 9:45 p.m. Central Daylight
It's
Time.
off to our south.
At
You guys
9
see
p.m. Central.
the box that severe thunderstorm warning is off to our south. You guys should be able to see the box flashing. We're gonna go back to this screen here. Oh, how did that happen? You guys are still getting reflection. What is that coming off of now? I'm not sure what that reflection's coming from. Is it the other screen, maybe?
In 1,000 feet, use the right lane to turn right.
Uh-oh.
Turn right on Polk Street.
What in the world? Did you guys see that? Fire truck definitely had its lights on and now they're off. I think I spooked him.
In 1 mile.
This happened not
Turn
that
left
long
on
ago
Lake
too,
Road.
with the police officer. They had their lights on by a traffic light, and then they turned them off right after. The reflection's gone now, huh? It pretty much is gone. I don't know what it was. I didn't move anything though, as far as I know. I literally don't know which reflection that is. It could be the screen of the camera, but I'm trying to figure out how to turn the screen off on it. I'm pretty sure there's a way, I just don't know how. Go back to that screen I was just on. I think there's a screen off when locked. Screen off when recording. Whoa, did you guys see that lightning strike? That was cool. That was a bright one. Camera might not have caught it, to be honest. That one was pretty quick. Oh, I think I figured it out, what the problem was. Okay. Wow! That was a lot of water!
Use the left lane to turn left.
That's the other concern I have about tonight, is the flooding. Because out here when it's dark, and if you can't see water going over the roadway, that could be the last time you ever see water go over the roadway. Or don't see water go
Turn
over
left
the roadway
on
for that
Lake
matter.
Road.
I've just had a little bit of experience down here before to kind of foresee how this could go. And I just don't want to re-experience things again that I've already experienced that were not good. So, yeah. Let me figure out LED off. There we go. I got the reflection to go away. Look at that.
In a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, that was a
Turn
great
left on
lightning strike.
Louisiana 175.
Alright, now let me tilt you guys up. Now that I got all the reflections gone. That way you get a better view of the sky. Some of these live stream, what do you call them? Templates and stuff that you guys see, the visuals. Some of those are going to change and look a little fancier. This one is so bare right now because I just pretty much made that as we were cruising along here. But yeah, we're going to update the visuals on these next few days off.
Minutes to I-49 north towards Shreveport.
Oh wow, I just noticed. Good thing this cell isn't going to be severe. Because, geez, this is not the spot you'd want to be driving to. It's alright, we'll be okay, I think. If I can forecast an eclipse, forecast the weather, right? anybody's still watching in the live stream, let me know immediately as soon as the live stream goes down. That way I can pull over, stop the car, restart it, turn it back on. That's how I have to reset the Wi-Fi every time it goes out. And with my phone having whatever throttling problems it's having, the car Wi-Fi is literally the only service that I'm reliably getting. My cell service is fine, it's just very, 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 very slow. Pretty sure it's 600 kilobytes a second, or 0.6 megabytes, which takes forever to download anything or upload anything. I think that's why the videos were having problems yesterday uploading, and the photos and all that stuff. Because as soon as the eclipse was over, I was already uploading all that, and it took pretty much all day for it to get posted, which is absurd. So, yeah, I gotta make a few phone calls tomorrow. I gotta call the cell company, and I gotta make another phone call as well. Not a beautiful drive during a severe weather outbreak. At night. Mind you, during the daytime I guess it might not be so bad, but if you guys are just tuning in and haven't seen any of the posts, we're not actively storm chasing right now. I'm heading back to Kansas City. I'm calling off chasing tonight, tomorrow. It's just not really, just doesn't seem safe. And my buddy I was going to be chasing with down here, he took off and decided not to chase today too. And he's not going to chase tomorrow, I don't think, either. So, yeah. Bailed, I'm bailing, we're both out of here. I think around 11 o'clock or so, whenever we're clear of severe activity for the night, which might not be for a while, we might have to drive for a decent bit of time, I will stop, take a nap, because I don't want to get to Kansas City and sleep during the day. It's not great. Get a little sleep tonight, try to get there by early afternoon. I bit it to the point where it's swollen. It feels really, really puffy. Our storm is now severe thunderstorm. Or, yeah, it's now severe warned. We have a severe thunderstorm warning just off to our northeast. It's going to be moving northeast. But we're not going that way. I don't believe we are anyway. And I suppose we could be if that's the way the GPS is taking us. getting on Interstate 49 to go north towards Shreveport here shortly in 6 miles. You'll probably hear, oh man, yeah, there's a lot of water on the road here. You'll probably hear Waze here in a second. Do some research and see if there's any way I can get a great deal on some winter mud all-terrain tires. The tires I had on the Kia Soul were absolutely amazing, and I sorely miss them. I think I'd be in a little bit better shape with the hydroplaning situation if I get these tires rotated, which would be clutch. But yeah, I got to get in for an oil change too. So over the freaking poor road maintenance. Just get these random puddles that come out of nowhere and about throw you off the road. I don't remember what restaurant it was at, but the girl was saying her sister hydroplaned off the road last night. Wow, there's a lot of trees down here too. I was just noticing that on the side of the road. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. On the right side of the road, there's probably 3 or 4 trees down now. I haven't seen one for about a quarter mile now. Stinks like absolute S word. Oh my, wow. Wonder if this has anything to do with Team Interceptor's poop warning from earlier. Man, I should play that Zello recording back for you guys. Oh, it was freaking funny. Oh man. It was a particularly dangerous poop warning today for Team Interceptor. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Does look like we have some redevelopment going on just kitty corner to our north here. Let me just give the rumble strip some love. That's alright. We're going to be taking Interstate 49, so we're actually going to be going away from it. Yay! Woo! A lot of water on the road. See, I don't even know if it's poor road maintenance or just poor road design. These roads don't shed water very well at all.
In 1 mile, use the
not
left
even
lane
raining
to
here
turn
either.
left to I-49 north toward Shreveport.
Man, it stinks like crap. What the heck? At 200 miles range left, 577 miles left to Kansas City. And to where I'm going, it's probably more like 600 miles. But that's alright. Splish, splash, the Rabbinator's taking a bath. In Louisiana, I want a banana.
Turn left to I-49 north toward Shreveport.
Whee! Yeah, Interstate 49. Oh, big puddle. Splish, splash. We're still taking a bath. Would you look at that? I wish you guys could see these clouds. Oh, you can kind of see them. We get a nice lightning flash, courtesy of Mother Nature right now. No? Oh, jeez. Big puddle. Big puddle, say...
Continue straight for 12 minutes to exit 201, Louisiana 3132 toward Dallas, Texarkana.
Well, it actually looks like we're going to be driving straight through the redevelopment on the back side of the severe thunderstorm warning. That's alright. We're on a better road that actually...
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a flash flood warning for Sabine Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southeastern Angelina County in eastern Texas, Sabine County.
Another flash flood warning. And I was getting really ticked off trying to sleep last night. I left the car running, and normally the car after a while will shut off by itself to, you know, prevent it from, I don't know, unnecessarily being left on. I'm not sure how long I was sleeping, but because it's a hybrid, it'll charge up the battery when the hybrid battery gets low. So the engine's not always running. It probably was only turning on maybe once every 20 to 30 minutes. And I did so I could hear the weather radio. Well, good golly, every single warning that was coming in was a flash flood warning, and then towards the earlier hours of the morning, they were turning more into severe storms. So it was nice having it for that, but at that point I was like, I've had enough of hearing this thing. I need some sleep. So I know that flash floods are important and stuff, but if you 100% know you won't be affected by the flash flood directly, then there should be a way to turn that warning off. If you live up on a hill, for example, that warning should not go off. I feel like, but yeah, I guess I'd rather know than not know at the same time. But weather radios are great, and everybody should have one. There definitely are some settings that I would like to adjust. Maybe I just need to invest in a more expensive weather radio. I don't know. That's right. Interstate 49, I believe, is part of Interstate 29. It's like some Great American Highway or something like that. I don't know what it's called exactly, but Shreveport, I believe, is where one of the, not necessarily a freeway ride, but freeway, they don't want the freeway going through there, and it hasn't been completed. Interstate 49 and 29 is kind of an interesting freeway. If you guys are curious about American infrastructure and whatnot, you should look it up. Interstate 29 and 49 meet in Kansas City at Interstate 35, but it randomly ends as it goes through the main part of that area where that highway is served. It turns into a state highway, a U.S. highway, 71. And then it turns into Interstate 49 after it links up with one of the outer beltways. Shreveport, it also will end and turn into some other highway. I believe in recent years there is an apartment building built right in the middle of where that freeway is planned to go through. So if it ever is going to get completed, it's a lot more complicated. I think there's another city too. I want to say it's Lafayette. Texarkana, all these cities along this interstate seem to have problems getting it done. Arkansas has big stretches of Interstate 49 that are non-existent, or I'm probably going to be on that road for much of this journey because of where I'm at. That's why I'm so into the infrastructure stuff, especially in this area, because this is an area I want to be able to storm chase in. It's beautiful. It just doesn't have very great road network and stuff to quickly get from Minnesota to Louisiana or Texas, where part of it goes through a Texarkana area and whatnot. But everything comes at a price, and highways are not cheap. And after visiting this area a few times now, I understand why the highway is not complete, and I 100% get it. Probably cost $100 million, maybe even $1 billion or more. I have no clue to get that freeway completed. It's a lot of hills. Terrain is terrible. It's hard to build interstates, especially nowadays. Not really like it's been easier before. It's just really expensive. And is it really necessary? I don't know. That's the other part of it too. You guys want to have any conversations or curious about anything? Like literally anything at all? let's have a chat, because we're going to be moving out of the storms now. So the live stream's probably going to come to an end here soon. We're not actively storm chasing if you guys are just tuning in. We are getting the heck out of Dodge. I just don't feel comfortable about the next couple days down here. So, you ever get those feelings when you're storm chasing, it's probably best to stick with your gut and just not power through it as much as it would be cool to do that. I've been really enjoying the Kansas City area. Might even move there one day, who knows. Doesn't seem like a bad spot. You got pretty good interstate access to anywhere you want to go in the country. It's pretty centralized. I'm not sure how quickly you can make it to California from there, but I'm sure if you had 2 drivers, you could probably do it in a day. Same with going to New York, the East Coast. East Coast is probably a little shorter of a drive. I'm not really 100% sure though. It's pretty centralized though. Might be the future home of Kryptonite headquarters. That won't be till content covers itself. They get a nice little office. Well, I'm going to show you where we're at here on radar. Let me zoom out. Oh, we have a storm that's trying to chase us off to our south, but yeah. It's like I have the feeling all heck is going to break loose, you know, and at the same time I have a feeling nothing is going to really happen at all. There might be a few isolated embedded tornadoes, but nothing that you can really get a good visual on. So anytime you hear me saying a SPC outlook busted, or it wasn't what we thought it was going to be, but there was 100 tornadoes or whatever, I'm not talking like the number of tornadoes. Like, I'm just saying visual and like storm chasers being able to access the storms. That type of stuff is what I'm talking about when I say storms bust. And I'm not saying today busted, because I don't think it did. I think today was a great day for storm chasers. I just wasn't in the right position when I needed to be. When I started to get closer to the right position, I was then in the complete wrong position. Because the storms in central Texas were the ones I should have been on, and that's where I was to begin with. But that's alright. Okay, need a little bit of a break. The eclipse definitely was something. Yeah, stole a lot of my energy the last few days. Then having to drive pretty much everywhere. Anytime I want to make money, I gotta drive. Anytime I want to chase a storm, gotta drive. Gotta drive. This car's getting a lot of miles on it. 43,000 miles now, jeez. Definitely will be at 100,000 by the end of the year. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I am gonna probably stop here and get some food, and then continue on a little further and take a nap after I get on the other side of town. I wasn't paying attention to the sign for restaurants here, so we're gonna have to exit to see what it says. for just a little bit longer. At least till I get on the road again, just in case. You never know. You could see some shenanigans go down.
Use the right lane to continue to I-49 north towards Shreveport.
McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Cane's, Subway.
Continue to I-49 north towards Shreveport.
I think we're gonna go to McDonald's because budget.
In 500 feet, use the left lane to make a U-turn. Make a U-turn on Louisiana 526 East, Bert Coons Industrial Loop. In 700 feet, make a U-turn.
Yeah,
Make a U-turn on
Bill.
Bert Coons Industrial Loop.
I don't want to hear it, Bill. Don't tell me to make a U-turn again. Come on, man. Don't you know I'm hungry? Going to get food, Bill.
Make a U-turn
Bill,
on Bert Coons Industrial
I
Loop.
swear, Bill.
In 900 feet, make a U-turn on Bert Coons Industrial Loop.
Bill, what did I just say? I told you not to tell me to make
Make a
another
U-turn on Bert
Oh,
Coons
shoot. Or
Industrial
do
Loop.
I want Sonic? Oh, no. I think we're still
In
going to go
700 feet,
with the budget.
use the right lane to turn right.
Bill, I'm about to smack you.
Turn right on Linwood Avenue.
Oh, you guys see the gas price? Oh, I suppose you don't because we're in that mode. Let's go to the other picture in picture mode. $2.99 over there. Whee! Come on, light. Oh, what? Bro! Oh, come on, man. I'm about to be hangry. Bill's making me mad. Kept telling me to make U-turns. Oh, shoot. I can't see.
In 300 feet, turn right on Bert Coons Industrial Loop. In 300 feet, turn right on Bert Coons Industrial Loop.
Can I do a Big Mac and a quarter pounder with cheese?
Quarter pounder with cheese, what else?
That'll be it for today.
So it's gonna be put into it.
All right, thank you. All right, where's the coupon?
How you doing? 10-12. What is it looking like? What is it looking like?
I didn't feel comfortable being down here anymore with all the damn trees and stuff, so I'm going back to Kansas City. I said screw this. I've been hydroplaning like all day. It's just too much rain. I'm used to nice farm roads and
Was it land?
yeah, because when you can't see and it's dark,
Yeah.
and especially when you're sleeping on the road and not in a hotel and stuff,
So
it's
you can get on the road and go back to Kansas right now?
yeah. Probably not all the way because it says I'm not gonna make it till 7 a.m. 6
So it's
600.
gonna stay like this, and it ain't gonna rain no more than that, or you don't know?
It'll probably rain a little more. Yeah. It'll get probably pretty heavy here in a little bit, or it might miss.
Okay.
But you'll see lightning for a while.
Okay. You have a nice night.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Lamau. Come on,
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has extended the flash flood warning for South Central Bienville Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Southern DeSoto Parish in northwestern Louisiana, northwestern Natchitoches Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Red River Parish in northwestern Louisiana, northwestern Sabine Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southeastern Angelina County in eastern Texas, southeastern Nacogdoches County in eastern Texas, northwestern Sabine County in eastern Texas, San Augustine County in eastern Texas, Shelby County in eastern Texas, until 11:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Wow, a flash flood warning extension. Go figure. Wow, this storm that's getting close to us, it's gonna end up coming through here. I wanted a break from the rain. I guess I'm getting it right now for a few minutes. Hey Google, is the DJI Osmo 3 waterproof?
According to DJI, 16 meters waterproof. The body of this action camera is fully optimized to be used at depths of up to 16 meters,
Turn right on
enhancing
Bert
your
Coon's
underwater
Industrial
adventures
Loop.
without the need for additional accessories.
Cool beans. You too, thank you.
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has extended the flash flood warning for Western Bienville Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Southern Beaujeu Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Southwestern Claiborne Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Northwestern DeSoto Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Northwestern Red River Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Webster Parish in northwestern Louisiana.
Are we live or what? Oh yeah, we are live. Sorry guys, I'm just over here getting fat. I gotta empty out my car tomorrow. I normally empty out the trash every day, but I haven't got to it yet today. It's been raining all day. I'm normally only like to empty the trash when I'm not getting rained on. You know, kind of like when you're at home. Nobody likes doing stuff in the rain. I know I don't. I mean, I like storm chasing, but I don't like the rain. Should we go get Shotty's number? Drive through. Normally, the girls at these fast food places aren't that interested in the storm chasing stuff. They often look terrified that I'm even coming through the drive-thru. Holy shit! There's a limo! Can you guys see the limo? Oh yeah, you guys can see the limo. There's a limo! Oh, I need to roll up my window. I'm getting wet. I think I threw away the manual for the suction cup mounts that I bought. I got 2 of them for the little action cameras that I use for live streaming. And time lapses, slow motion. Got the hiccups right now and all that stuff, but I need to look up and see how strong they are, because I was testing that going through the hills the other day and it didn't fall off the roof being stuck on there, but I want to be able to put one of these on the outside of the car so we can switch to that camera, and I think I could, but I don't know how strong they are. I'm pulling on one that's stuck to my sunroof right now and it ain't budging. So I think they're strong, but I don't want my camera flying off on the highway or into someone's windshield or something crazy. Just to give you guys an update too on where I'm at. We are south of Shreveport right now. I'm eating some food. And let's see, yeah, it would be nice if we could make it up to Texarkana, because from there, where'd I put my phone? There it is. I don't think it's too bad of a drive from Texarkana to Kansas City. It's probably a 7-hour drive. It's an 8-hour, oh. Yeah, 8-hour drive. And right now we are 1 hour and 20 minutes from Texarkana. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this, because if it's that far to Kansas City, maybe we want to stay closer to Fort Smith, but that's when the drive becomes not great. After Texarkana, Interstate 49 temporarily ends and turns into Highway 71 all the way up to Fort Smith. If that was all interstate, I bet you it would cut off over an hour of drive time. But I don't want to get into that conversation again. Well, we can, if you guys want to. But Right. Wow. Big rumble.
Head east on Westford Counds Industrial Loop. Your route may be affected by flash flood warning. Head east on Westford Counds Industrial Loop. Your route may be affected by flash flood warning.
Well, that's really odd. It only seems to be hailing or raining on the back window. That is actual hail, I believe, this time. What in the heck? Pardon. go again on the road.
Turn right. Then turn right on Linwood Avenue. Turn right. Then turn right on Linwood Avenue. The left 2 lanes to turn left to I-49 north toward Shreveport.
That was a lot of water. Got a police officer just off the other lane here.
Quarter of a mile. Use the right lane to take exit 201, Louisiana 3132 toward Dallas, Texarkana. Exit right to exit 201, Louisiana 3132 toward Dallas, Texarkana. Then stay to the left for Louisiana 3132 west, I-20 toward Dallas. Stay to the left to Louisiana 3132 west, to I-20 toward Dallas, Texarkana.
topic of conversation earlier with Interstate 49 and Shreveport and stuff. This is the highway they wanted to use as the Interstate 49 corridor instead of where it's been proposed. And it kind of makes sense because I believe this is a quicker route. Most of this road is probably up to interstate standards. I don't know about the curves and stuff, but guys haven't seen the Facebook post, or if you're watching over on YouTube and aren't aware, don't have access to Facebook or whatnot, I am not going to be storm chasing tonight. I am on my way to Kansas City, and I'm continuing to live stream though, because we are in rain and there is lightning every now and then, and some people might find it kind of enjoyable, so I've been staying pretty quiet. That way you guys can hear everything that's going on. But, yeah. I will be storm chasing again, probably next week when severe weather ramps up in the plains. I just really have not been, I don't know, like I just feel really odd about being down here. Something just in my stomach tells me I shouldn't be. And I don't like chasing at night. I don't like chasing at night in the trees. I don't like chasing at night in the trees while I'm hydroplaning all the time. All three of those reasons are why I'm getting out of here. It's probably going to be a similar situation tomorrow night, except a little worse in terms of the storm severity and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really plan this one out very well. I knew the terrain was going to be bad, but I don't know what I was expecting. So yeah, if you guys want to hang out with me while I drive the next 2 hours here, I'm going to make a stop. Sometime after Texarkana, get some gas, and that's probably where I'm going to sleep for the night. I'm going to get some gas and then try to find a nature park or something to sleep at. I don't really feel like sleeping at a gas station or a Crackle Barrel or anything like that today. Plus, I don't think we'll even be able to based on where we'll be after we get out of Texarkana. After Texarkana, you're pretty much in the boonies. It'll be on US 71. No interstates, nothing but hills, pretty much all the way to the north side of Arkansas.
In 1 mile, use the left 2 lanes to continue on I-220 East bypass toward Texarkana.
Oh wow, all 31 of you are on YouTube? Okay. So let me guess, the Facebook stream is down?
Continue on I-220 East bypass toward Texarkana.
No, the Facebook. Wow, okay. Well, hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? I didn't realize we were that popular on YouTube lately.
Continue
But
straight for
I
5
think,
minutes to exit 6 on
you
I-49
guys in the
north
comments
toward
can let me
Texarkana.
know, especially if you're one of these people. But I think a lot of our subscribers have been coming from the vehicle itself with the tagging on the side of it, the window chalk. I didn't have even close to 500 subscribers, I don't think, at the start of the year. Some of the more recent videos and stuff too have been doing better than in past years since I rebranded it a little bit. I do kind of want to go back to the Kryptonite Weather name on YouTube as well because it just kind of makes sense, but at the same time, using more of my name as a brand for the type of stuff that'll be on YouTube makes more sense than Kryptonite Weather. So the plan was to have different kind of content than just storm related stuff. It would focus more on the life of the storm chaser, not so much storms. So yeah, I don't know when that content's gonna happen because there's a lot of investment that has to go into it for uploading media for the editor, Brandon and whatnot. It's super expensive for all that stuff. Google Cloud and the editing programs and all that stuff. I haven't found an efficient way to do it yet. He has a video in the Google Drive waiting to be uploaded, but I haven't uploaded it yet. Right now, we are in Texarkana, or no. We're in Shreveport, I believe. Yeah, we're on Interstate 220, and we're on the bypass, west bypass of Shreveport. Unless my car missed the speed limit. Oh, it might have. Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of just getting out of here. I do want to let you guys know who are here next week on the day 7 outlook. So 7 days from now, it's going to be 6 days here in a little bit. I believe it's next Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it's on Monday. We should have a decent severe weather risk in the high plains out there in Oklahoma, Kansas, maybe Nebraska. And I'm sure there'll be a day 8 and a day 9 risk at some point, but obviously we're too far down the road for that yet. So that probably won't happen until day 6 and 7 is my guess. So a couple days yet before those come out. But yeah, it should be a lot easier of a chase. I'd say I'm an experienced storm chaser, but I don't have a lot of experience down here in Dixie Alley. And I don't even think that's really the problem right now. I don't know what the problem is. I just don't want to be down here, I guess, is the issue. I like chasing storms that I can see. Especially after seeing 2 tornadoes this year, but having no photos because we didn't actually see the tornado, but it got rated by the National Weather Service, did some damage. 2 tornadoes, let's see, the first one was in Illinois. I think they actually were both in Illinois. Anawan and Henry Macomb, Illinois area, back earlier in spring.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 6, I-49 north toward Texarkana.
Yeah, it's looking bad down towards Leesville. We can go take a look at other storms. I have an exit coming up, so let me just zoom this out here. Texas is what's had me worried, and if I would have stayed put like I thought I should have, probably would have seen some really beautiful storms before sundown today, but I saw everybody else was going east, so I started going east. And yeah, I should have stuck to my initial plan, but I didn't. So completely screwed it up and said, well, screw it then.
Exit right 2, exit 6, I-49 north toward Texarkana.
Pretty decent thunderstorms down here in Texas. 1 inch hail, 60 mile an hour wind, nothing too crazy there. This line of thunderstorms, though, further off into south central Texas, at the edge of the 2 and 5% risk. Those are some strong thunderstorms. 60 mile an hour winds, 1 1/4 inch hail. Yeah, we are headed out of all of the severe weather risk area here shortly before we get to Texarkana even. That's what it looks like right now in Louisiana. The yellow, brown, and green lines represent the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center outlook risk regions. Sorry, I got a big bump on my tongue too. I bit my tongue when I was eating earlier today. I don't know what I was eating. I don't even know if I was eating. Might have just been driving and I just kind of bit my tongue. So got a little bit of a lisp going on, and it's getting worse as the day goes on. When I say I bit my tongue, I literally like chomped it. This is one of the worst tongue bites I've had in a long, long time. North of Lake Charles. Let's go take a look. I believe Lake Charles, yeah, I was going to say, is where the radar is at. You guys see me wobbling lanes and stuff, don't worry. I'll actually put my lane assist back on. Maybe it'll be a little better. I had it turned off because of the rain. But yeah, if you see me wobble lanes, I don't wobble lanes when there's traffic around. It's just one of those things that happens when you're storm chasing. You will be wobbling lanes because there's other things you got to do than just drive. Especially when you're by yourself. That's why it helps having the team. I prefer to chase in numbers, not by yourself. It does look like Lake Charles should be mainly in the clear for tonight, but however, I wouldn't be surprised if some of this thunderstorm activity off to the northwest ends up making its way a little further south on a line like that, and it's probably going to come in multiple waves. I don't know if you can see my blue lines here, but all of that area will likely fill in overnight as the night goes on. I can't say for sure how it's going to look exactly, but just know you guys will feel some thunder there for sure in Lake Charles. You might even wake up with some hail left over on the ground, some shredded leaves or something like that. Visible hail damage, maybe some wind damage. I don't think it'll get that bad though. You are in the 5% tornado risk in Lake Charles in that area, so definitely still have to take that seriously. If you have a weather radio, go ahead and turn the volume up on that tonight. You may want it. And if you don't have a weather radio, you can always download a weather radio app or look it up on your web browser. There should be some websites out there, I'd imagine, that will go off for your address or something like that. You might have to pay for stuff like that, for address warnings and stuff, but sometimes I'll leave the weather radio on overnight and I'll just let it play through everything, and the warnings are loud enough in like a different sound environment, I guess, in my sleep, and it'll be enough to wake me up and to at least listen to what the warning is. And then if it's nothing that's gonna really be serious, or you know stuff like that, if it's not as serious as like a tornado warning or something, then I'm gonna go back to sleep. But you're damn right, if it's a tornado warning for my area, I'm gonna wake up for that and do everything I can to stay safe in that situation. That's kind of what my fear being down here tonight is. I live in my car. I don't live in it, I guess, but right now I've been on the road for 8 or 9 days straight. I'm likely going to be for at least another week, maybe 2 weeks or so. That becomes a big safety concern, especially overnight when you're trying to sleep and you know it's storming. A few weeks back when I was in Louisiana, I stayed in the Mobile area, so off in Alabama, further off to the east, but it was still pretty close to Louisiana. I stayed on the other side of the bay, and there was a tornado warning just down the road from me, 10-20 miles or so. And I didn't like that too much. I didn't know about that till the morning, but I heard the weather warnings going off. I knew it wasn't for me, but I didn't know who it was for. So when I saw it, when I got up in the morning, I was like, no freaking way. That could have been me. Then this was last week in Rolla, Missouri. We got a hotel, or I was joining half the team at a hotel, and the power went out, winds got strong. It was kind of a not great situation there. And eventually we lost radar and stuff. All the radars around the country for the most part were down. And at that point I'm like, well, now this isn't safe at all, so I'm getting out of here. And I drove I think to Kansas City. I don't remember where I ended up going. Maybe it was St. Louis. But I kept driving. I didn't want to stay over there, and I ended up parking it further down the road. What have you missed? You haven't missed too much. I don't know if you saw my Facebook post earlier today. I didn't like my how I was feeling with the safety side of things, so I'm on my way back to Kansas City to prepare for next week's severe weather. Skipping out on tomorrow's storm chase and the following few storm chases in between. Nothing happened. I haven't gotten in an accident, nothing like that. I just simply did not feel comfortable storm chasing down here this time around. And It's a multitude of different things, but yeah, I just decided to say screw it and cut my losses and go back to where the money was better with DoorDash too. It was pretty poor this morning. Granted, I normally do the afternoons anyway, and that... Oh, man. Time to take a sip of the Celsius. You know, they really should sponsor me, these guys. I don't know how many Celsius drinks I bought. I'm sure there's 5 or 6 empty cans in here just from the last 3 days alone. Because the night before the eclipse, I drove all the way to my spot where I wanted to be. And I got there at 1 o'clock in the morning, which was pretty epic. The stars were amazing. And I wasn't sure how the view was going to be because I planned it last minute. I was literally in the middle of running DoorDash orders, and for about an hour towards the end, I was planning on where I was going to go. And then once I saw how far away it was, I was like, oh boy, well, I'm not going to make it till midnight, so I better get going. And I took it slow. I didn't want to rush myself to get there. It ended up taking me almost a whole extra hour. But yeah, I wasn't sure how it was going to look. And when I got up in the morning, I got up for sunrise, and it was absolutely beautiful, and I knew I was in a good spot. Once I started seeing the model trends throughout the week that particular area was looking better, I was like, you know what, send it, full send on that spot. Stayed there, ran into town, grabbed some goodies, and came back, and yeah, it all worked out. Clouds 100% basically cleared out. We had a very thin layer of high base clouds, but during the eclipse it barely played a role into it. I think we would have seen the flares a little better if we didn't have those clouds, but not a huge deal. It was still a very beautiful eclipse nonetheless. I'm not that experienced with the DSLR camera yet, so that probably played a role into some of our photos too, but we got really good shots. It was beautiful. I took a shower at Planet Fitness a few hours ago. That's what screwed up the storm chase today, to be honest with you. I was enjoying the shower. The water was very hot. I don't know why the water was so hot, but I like hot showers, and so I wasn't going to turn it down because it started out kind of cold. But then once the water warmed up, it was fine, so I stayed in there a little longer. By the time I got out, the storms were like another 40 miles down the road, and I was like, ah, crap. And my initial plan was to let that line pass and not chase it anyway, and wait till 6, 7 o'clock for the other storms to fire, but that didn't really happen. They fired in a messy, convective blob, basically. And the spicier stuff was further east, and I had already, or further off to the west, and I had already gone east, so it kind of just screwed everything up. If I would have stayed and showered it a little later on, probably would have been fine to storm chase today in central Texas, but I kind of just screwed it all up, is what happened. And between hydroplaning all the time and whatnot, I was like, you know what? I have had enough. I'll stop and take a break. I want to get all the way to Kansas City tonight, but I'm not gonna do that, because then once I get there and sleep, it'll be definitely morning. I think I'm probably estimated to get there about 7 a.m. So we'll be sleeping for 5 or 6 hours. I want to get to Kansas City around 2 or 3 p.m. So I got the GPS set to a gas station. It's an hour and a half down the road yet. I might get gas before that and find somewhere to sleep. You know what? That is exactly what we were gonna do, because I really don't feel like driving anymore, to be honest. I just got out of the rain, but yeah, you guys are just gonna be seeing darkness, so I might as well switch it over to the tri-pane again. I have this terrible, like, bug bites from the eclipse, and I think I got a little sunburn in that area too. It is just absolutely terrible. When I took a shower today, that felt so good. We had some kind of weird, like, no-see-um gnat, little beetle things flying around, and right before the eclipse, I don't know if the bees went crazy, like the insects went crazy, or what. I could have just, I don't know, been seeing stuff, but the bees, I swear the bees were going. And yeah, now I got all these little bites right along my hairline from where my hat was. It's not great, but that's alright. So I'm just kind of playing with my hair. Anyway, I have to we're not to Texarkana yet, but that's alright. Google Maps, you are so funny. It's like recommending hotels as the place I should be going right now, but they know I don't do hotels. Come on. I probably should have had my auto steer on a lot earlier for some of that rain, but wow. I just saw a beautiful CG lightning strike off to my 3 o'clock, off to where the laptop is sitting. Right, forgot what I was doing. So it says this park is closed, but it's along a river. That's a place that we should stay. Not tonight. Maybe another time. This is kind of the fun part about road tripping and finding a place to stay every night. You never know where you're going to end up, and you never know what it's going to look like in the morning. And that was the coolest part about the eclipse. Waking up and seeing that valley was just breathtaking. And then the sunrise photo I got too. And I was talking with this couple from California. They got up at sunrise too. It was just we'll go with husband, I guess. I don't think they're married, but they might have been. I wasn't sure. Whatever they are, they're a couple of some sort. And when he got up, he was talking to me in the morning. He got up at the sunrise too and was taking photos and stuff. We were chit-chatting. Of course, he noticed the vehicle and was asking questions about the eclipse forecast and stuff, and I was telling him, I honestly, man, you can take my word for it, whatever, but I think it's going to clear out. I think it's going to be pretty clear here, and he wasn't sure, and other people were pulling up, kind of wondering the same thing, but everybody stuck it out there, and I'm glad everybody did. I'm glad I did. Glad Zach came down and saw it with me there. That was awesome. Him and his fiance and his mom. It was a great spot. A great property owner that owns the land on the other side of the overlook. I want to camp there again at some point, but it's definitely not a camping spot. It's off the side of a highway. Beautiful, beautiful place though. I will definitely try to find a way to contact that landowner. I'd love to come tour his property sometime, hang out for a bit. I don't know if he'd be into that or not. Probably not, but never hurts to ask. Do I know Connor? Which Connor? There's a lot of Connors. Are you talking Chasing with Connor? Connor? Man, my tongue hurts. I can't believe how many of you guys are watching on YouTube right now. It's unbelievable. Thank you. We're not even really storm chasing right now either. That's the crazy part. Try this place. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Oh, Connor Croft. Yeah, I know who that is. That is Chasing with Connor, right? Connor Croft. I don't know him personally, I guess. I know of him though. I don't know. I don't think he knows who I am. I highly doubt it. So I guess because he chases with Reed Timmer, and I came across Reed Timmer last week on Tuesday. Whatever day we were in Kentucky. We were both going northbound towards Cincinnati. Flew right past him. Didn't even know it was Reed. My buddy, Team Interceptor, radioed me though and let me know it was Reed. He had a little interaction with him. That content is on Facebook. That was good to see Reed. I didn't even know it was him, but yeah. I haven't run into Reed before. I've been told Reed Timmer is a mile in front of me. I've been told that many times, but I haven't ever seen him.
Take exit 237 for Louisiana 2 toward Austin, plain dealing.
I saw my vehicle on his live stream though, I guess, so it did happen. Yeah, most of the storm chaser community knows each other. It's a lot. I'm not that big of a storm chaser though. I have a decent sized following on Facebook, but most of that is from recent, and that was all thanks to Lane. And a lot of the YouTube subscribers might be part of Lane Midwest Weather too. What about Rolling Fork, Mississippi? What about Rolling Fork? What's going on? Is there a storm headed towards Rolling Fork? I hope not. I was near Rolling Fork last year. I chased that tornado. If you want to know about Rolling Fork though, I will punch it into the search here, if it'll let me.
In half a mile, take exit 237 for Louisiana 2 toward Austin, plain dealing.
How about this? How about we check out the sleeping location first? But I do know where Rolling Fork is at, so I will zoom in on that area. Rolling Fork should be okay in the meantime, in the immediate future.
Take exit 237.
I gotta say that the
In half a
Traveler.
mile, turn left onto Louisiana 2 West.
I really enjoy. I think Connor has a pretty big future ahead of him in the storm chasing community, and not even just in the community, just in general, I guess, for that matter.
In 900 feet,
He's a pretty smart
continue
kid.
to I-49 north toward Texarkana.
I don't know. Do you know how old he is?
Turn left onto Louisiana
He's
2
probably
West.
about my
Continue
age.
to I-49 north toward
I feel
Texarkana.
like he's 19 or something. I'm 22, so he's not too far behind me if that's the case. He seems younger than me if I had to guess.
Continue on Louisiana 2 West for 1 mile.
If I'm wrong about that, I'll feel bad.
In 1.1 miles, turn right on US 71.
Well, worst come to worst, if this park doesn't work, we'll come back to this gas station and sleep there. It looks like a brand new gas station, so that wouldn't be too bad. It's a pretty big truck stop.
In half a mile, turn right.
I thought the place I was going to was off of this highway, but it's not. It is off a different road.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US Highway 71 South.
Here's the hazardous weather outlook for north central Louisiana, northwest Louisiana, East Texas, and northeast Texas. For this afternoon and tonight, showers and thunderstorms will continue to develop and spread east across.
I don't know why the weather radio turned on. Maybe there was an order coming in, but
Turn left onto US Highway 71
Turn
South.
right on US 71.
yeah, I was watching Ryan Hall before I went live, and I heard his name on his stream. I believe I am following
Continue
him on
on
Facebook.
US Highway
700
71
feet.
South for half a
Turn
mile.
left. Then turn left.
Let me turn off Waze because I have
Turn left on Red Bud Street.
two
Then
navigations
turn left on
going.
Parkway Drive.
Yeah, Ryan Schull. I don't know
In a
much
quarter
about
mile,
him, but
turn
I
right
see
onto Austin Vivian
a lot
Road.
of his photos.
Turn right onto Austin Vivian Road.
This car goes to turn their brights off, and all they do is turn their lights off.
Continue on Austin Vivian Road for 3/4 of
Interesting.
a mile.
You guys saw that, right? They turned their brights off, and they went to their running lights. That was interesting. Live streaming, I don't know if that's what I enjoy most about storm chasing, is running the live stream and talking to, it's like
In a quarter
talking
mile, turn right onto
to
Odom
you
Road.
guys, talking to locals, talking about storms in general. Like, I don't know, I like doing the live streaming stuff. It's always a complicated pain in my rear end. For AT&T this year, I don't know if I'm buffering at all, but from what I can tell, it seems to
Turn
be
right,
half decent.
then turn left.
Michelle, I'm going to try to find a secluded place to sleep for the night. I want some peaceful sleep, not trucks pulling in every 5 minutes kind of sleep. But it says the park is
Turn left onto Black
closed.
Bayou Park Road, then your destination will be on the left.
We're gonna have to read the rules here, because I bet you I'm not supposed to sleep here, but you never know. Where's my flashlight? gonna need it for this. Oh boy. Ow. We'll just grab it. All it says is the park is closed. I guess we'll go back to the gas station. No, nobody else is with me. It's just me. I got a twin-sized bed, and it's really comfortable. I normally watch YouTube before I go to bed, but generally when I crawl back there, I think I almost scraped that stop sign. Generally when I crawl back there though, I go to bed pretty quickly. Alright. We're gonna go back to the interstate, which is actually fine because then I'll wake up and just hit the road right away. And I should have almost enough gas to make it to Kansas City. I will have to see. It uses a lot of gas. It's gonna be a lot of hills. About to say, I don't remember having to make a turn, but I feel like I do now, because if this is Highway 71, this is what Interstate 49 replaced, so I must have turned at some point. But I do remember now.
Candy said, that's all your messages.
I'll stop here in a second and get back to you, Candy. It's a RAV4 hybrid. I can fully lay down in here flat. Like I'm going the wrong way. It's not it's like a 2/3 of a twin bed. We'll put it that way. Full twin bed, but I'm a small guy, so it works for me. I'm only 135 pounds. I'm not big. I wear a size 28 waist. I'm a tiny. Like a thin layer of fog starting to form. Well, by golly, I'm glad I'm done driving then, because the visibility is gonna get worse. Alright, y'all, that pretty much does it for me. I might adjust my storm chasing plans over the next few days, but honestly, I highly doubt it. I probably won't chase the next few days. But we will see. I might change my mind. You never know. I will let you guys know though if I'll keep you guys posted on YouTube more often with making posts and stuff, because I feel like that's a pretty good way to keep the YouTube audience updated. I know it keeps me updated on when YouTubers do that. So let's see if I can nail this. Wasn't too bad, I suppose. Alright, y'all. We will see you at least on Tuesday. How about before we go, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on here that's gonna get me banned. Hopefully you guys can see the screen okay. Obviously it says we're not connected to the internet, but so that's today. This is tomorrow's severe weather risk. This is in terrain that I personally don't want to mess with. Okay, so just remember it's from like Shreveport all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. That would be the area you'd want to be targeting. If we go look at that on satellite, look at how many trees there are from, oh no, that's gonna be the wrong thing. Don't click that. Wrong one. Alexandria, Jackson. Go back over here. Okay, so here's Alexandria. There's a pretty small window along the Mississippi River Delta. You can see is pretty flat, and you'll get some visibility on the storms. But after that, once you get back into Mississippi, you pretty much lose that visibility. Off to the north of Jackson, you get some decent visibility on storms, but otherwise it's going to be pretty hard. There is narrow little windows you can park and try to get decent visuals, and you got to be in pretty perfect spot to get visuals down there. So that's why I'm skipping out on tomorrow in particular. If we go on to the next day, on the day 3, so this will be Thursday. It's kind of the same situation. This is getting pretty far out from where the next storm systems are going to form, and in Ohio, well, that's just kind of way too far of a drive too. And the terrain up there, Kentucky and Ohio, isn't great, but I'm sure this could go possibly enhanced in a little area in both of these areas. But we'll have to see when we get closer, because those days have been looking good. But on the day 7, this is what I've been highlighting for the next storm chase. That's why I want to get back to Kansas City. So that's where the DoorDash market seems to be good. So if you guys want to help a brother out, and let's just see what that's called real quick.
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a flash flood warning for Grand Parish.
Another flash flood warning. But what the heck was I just saying? Oh, the market in Kansas City is good for DoorDash, but if you guys want to help a brother out so I don't have to DoorDash anymore, there's links in the top of the YouTube channel and Facebook page. You guys can check out merch and donation links, all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're gonna hit up the Kansas City market again for DoorDash because it pays considerably well, and that'll leave us in a better position to get the storms for next week on Monday, I believe. And I'm sure on Tuesday this will kind of extend off to the east, probably all the way through portions of Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky and Illinois. We'll have to see how far east that's going to extend though. And who knows, it could be just multiple days of severe weather over there, 2 in a row. Let's see, does it say anything for day 8? An area of interest from the southern Great Plains to the upper Midwest. Spread is too large. So yeah, they could have issued a day 8 outlook, but the extent is too large to really dial in on a certain area. Because it's likely severe weather all the way from probably southern Minnesota all the way through the south. We'll have to see how that unfolds. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much gonna do it for me today. We will see ya in a couple days, most likely. If not, we'll definitely see you on the next storm chase. Well, that's okay, Dakota. No worries. We haven't really been storm chasing too much today. We've been driving around, basically. We've been hydroplaning, to say the least. That's about all we've done today. We're in the middle of nowhere right now. I can show you before we go. We are north of Shreveport. But there's nothing going on up here for storms, and I'm not storm chasing tomorrow because of the terrain and stuff. Anyway, guys, take it easy. We'll see you in a few days. Thank you for tuning in, and